Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean, and please welcome Marina from Heart Center Tarot. Hi, Marina. How are you today?
I am very well, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is wonderful. I always look forward to these.
It's fun, isn't it?
It
It's
is,
fun. Hmm.
yeah, it
Yep.
is fun. Um, yeah, doing fine. Looking forward to things. Can you believe we're at the end of March?
We certainly are. I know. I know. It goes by so fast. And you and I are both going to be on the Cool Crone show this evening
Yeah,
at at 7:30 Eastern, and I guess that is
yeah. 5:30
4:30
Mountain,
Pacific, and
4:30
5:30
Pacific. Yeah,
Mountain.
yeah. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. And I want to say hello to Dora is here. Hi, Dora, and
Hey,
Lois
Dora.
T. Hi, Lois T. Nice to
Hello,
see
Lois.
you. Thank you for coming. Dora, how do you like Dora is on the vertical view through the phone. And Dora, you can only see like if I go like this, you can't see all of me. How do you like using the vertical format? I've been using it for a couple of weeks now, and I like it. I like it. They don't tell me how many people are on vertical, but thanks for being here. And
Yes.
and Dora and Lois are both members. And
Yes.
Marina, if you don't mind, I wanted to share with everybody. Um, I do have a members only live show coming up tomorrow. And it's tomorrow, Saturday, the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 2. Maybe it's 2:30. It's 2:30 Eastern. And trying to do math in my head, and 11:30 Pacific. So all of the members, I will see you tomorrow. Also, I wanted to remind everybody about my psychic study practice group. I have one is coming up this Sunday, March 29th. It's at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. If you are psychic and would like to practice your psychic skills, please do join us. And you can just click anywhere on the bar here, the information will pop up, and it does ask that you do arrive 10 minutes before the start time. We do start promptly at the hour.
Yes.
Also, when you click the attend button and go through the registration process, you will receive a receipt, and that receipt email will have the link to the event right in there. It says event link, and that's how you get into the Zoom practice group. And if anybody is interested, we'd love to have you. Just wanted to point that out for everybody. And look, Mary Kay Lim is here. Hi, Mary Kay. And her
Hello,
name is Mary Klim, but I called her Mary Kay for so
Mary Kay.
long.
Yes,
So nice to see
lovely.
everybody. So
Yes, and
as you can see the banner, I'm gonna just I don't know how I can turn off the ticker, but we do ask if you would like to get a reading to please post your question in caps and use emojis. We're not going to use the random generator today. We're just going to go the old school way. That's what we call it now, Marina.
yes, yeah, the way it used to be. Yes,
I know, right? So I
yes,
like it both ways. I do. And I love using the random generator when there's a lot of people and you just
yes,
can't. Yeah. But there's a lot of really lucky people out there. And
yes,
CJ Katz is here and Kaya May is here. So nice to see
yeah.
everybody.
James
Um,
Green. James was here right at the beginning before we even started. James
oh,
was in there with with his question.
hi, James.
Yeah.
So does James, I don't, you know what? I don't see that. So James, if you
Oh,
have a question in, go ahead and put your question in. Oh, wait, I see something now. I see it, James. Okay, I do.
yeah.
I don't know why I didn't see that. Um, and Aditi is back. Hi, Aditi. Nice to see you. Monique, Annie's Gifts. Ah, I understand. I think we came on a couple of minutes ahead of time, but that's okay.
How
Monique
could
is
be?
here. Annie's Gifts. Kayame. Now everybody's coming in. I
Yes.
see you. I wonder if you start sooner. that, let's say we were scheduled, what, 5 o'clock, and we came on at like 4:57 or something. I wonder if the notices don't go out until the 5 o'clock time.
I I think maybe you're right. Um, Although, we're always told when we click on the go live, it'll say, this is scheduled to start at this time, but you can always start early. You would assume that if you started early, that the notices would go out a couple of minutes, but somehow I think no, they're um, yeah,
They're
you're
a
just
little bit, yeah, just a little bit behind. So let's go ahead and get started. I see Maria Mack is here. Hi,
yeah,
Maria. Thank you for coming. And she says, I would love a message from Spirit, just something very general.
yes. Okay.
Thank you, Annie's Gifts.
Yes. Yeah, there's initially if you hit the notification bell on the creators that you follow, you're subscribed to their channel and you hit the notification bell, you will get a notification generally 30 minutes before the show starts to remind you that, hey, so and so is going live in 30 minutes. And then yeah, when the show goes live, yeah, then you get a notice saying, yeah, it's live. So yeah, there you go. Okay. And you said Maria wanted just a
A message from Spirit, just
just,
general.
just general. Okay. Okay. Um, so what do you want me to go?
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is uh, it's almost decision making time, Maria. It's like you've been contemplating something that isn't really it's not turning out the way that you wanted it to turn out, whether that's a relationship or a job or something along those lines. That it's you went into it thinking one thing was going to happen, and it's something else. So you're being asked to release and let go. That you're you've kind of given this as much energy as you can, and then not as expected. Yeah, things didn't go quite the way that you thought that they would, and then discontent and loss. So you whenever you make changes and things don't work out the way that you anticipated that they would, it doesn't mean that you made a mistake. It doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It means that there is a lesson in there for you. And if you can take some time and dig deep and find out what that lesson is, then you don't have to worry about this process kind of repeating itself. So if that's something that you're seeing a pattern of, where you go into something and you're expecting things to be one way and they turn out another, then maybe review your expectations. Maybe you're one of those people that just sees the best in everyone. So it breaks your heart when you approach something with a lot of excitement, and either the other person or the people you're working with approach it with a whatever. So yeah, if that's what you're dealing with, then yeah, look after yourself and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, that's what I got.
Thank you very much, Marina. And Maria, what I was getting for you was, I do feel as though you're a mover and a shaker, and you like to get things done. You like to get, you you're task oriented, and you like to um, you like to approach your tasks head first, head on, and get them done. And then I do feel as though sometimes you sweep things under the rug rather than cleaning them thoroughly. And I don't mean house cleaning. I mean some things you sort of avoid or sort of put a band aid on and say, oh, I'll worry about that later, which is perfectly fine. But I do feel that there's going to be coming up a time for you that you're going to need to do some work and really some self examination. Like if somebody is pushing your buttons or making you angry, or you just say, I'm not talking to that person anymore, that's like scooting it under the rug rather than, maybe taking some time and talking to the person and asking them, if there was something that you may have said that was that causes them to behave in that way. And sometimes it's just about reflecting yourself. Was it something I could have said that made that person behave that way? Or how might I react differently so that that person doesn't have that type of power over me, depending on the situation and depending on the relationship. But I do feel that you have a lot of drive, a lot of ambition, a lot of just a positivity, and you have I don't know what you would call that, initiative and drive. So you do have this way about you that if other people are not like that, they may not take on things the same way you do, and you're like, why do I always have to be the one that does this? And I can definitely relate to that, but sometimes it's about looking at why that bothers you, or if it bothers you, and how to approach it from there. So I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Maria. Let me see if Maria. Hi, Ruth Bryant. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. Jenny's Crafting and Johanna Lula. Aw. And look, Kelly, the Mystic next door. Hi, Kelly.
Mhm.
Nice to see
Kelly.
you. So, Ruth, let me know what your brother's first name is. I see your message there. Ruth wants a message. Hi, of Shadow and Void. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming back. And Maria says thank you.
Lovely.
First time on your live show. Nice to see you, of Shadow and Void. Nice to see you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. Kelly is so good with those hand gestures.
Absolutely. Totally.
All right. So Ruth Bryant would like a message from her brother, and her brother's name is Carl.
All right.
Mhm.
Okay. Let me pull out another deck. Okay. While I'm tapping into this, was it just the anniversary of his passing, or there was some kind of, if not anniversary of his passing, then there was some kind of a celebration or get together or whatnot, and his name came up, and he just wants you to know that he was there. He absolutely attended the event, and he was. Somebody told a story about him that it made everyone laugh, and he's saying, "Yeah, well, that's because they embellished it a little bit. I didn't really do exactly what they said I did," but he's got a good sense of humor, a really, really good sense of humor, and he does communicate with you in terms of sending you, messages and signs and so on. And he's asking you to persevere, to keep trying, to he's, just because you can't hear him all the time doesn't mean that he's not communicating with you all the time, but you do feel his presence. And yeah, I'm not sure about his passing, but he wants you to know that it was yeah, he did it his way. He lived his life, even his transition, the way that he wanted to, and he's okay with that, and he wants everyone else to be okay with that. But yeah, there was a lot of things that he learned when he transitioned. And yeah, yes he does, all the time. He's saying yeah, repeating numbers, a song. There's a country and western song that he really liked that sometimes will pop up. It's an old song, and it will pop up, and yeah, that's his way of from a jack to a king. I'm not sure why, but that's what came in. So there. Okay, I hope that that's beneficial.
Wow. Wow. I feel like that's a really deep message there. We'll have to ask others, Ruth, as well, if you're not sure what that might mean, because I feel like that was very heavy. Very good information coming through from Carl. Yes, oh, sorry. I'm so
Oops.
sorry.
No,
Yes,
no, no.
yes, he is sending you signs, and yes, he is. He's fine. He's great. He's well. He's communicating. He's reviewing. I do feel as though he was not taking care of himself. And, just the regular, maybe he was a smoker, maybe he was a drinker, maybe he was, ate a lot of cheeseburgers. I don't know. Whatever, there's no judgment. Everybody has their own thing. And, but he did value his life. He doesn't want you to think that he didn't value his life. He just wanted to live it on his terms, in his own way. He wanted to do things the way he wanted to do them, because he's saying that was a little bit of what I was able to control in his life, these things that he enjoyed. And I do feel that things happen fast, and he's saying that I do feel like maybe he may have had a heart attack, and then he had to go in for surgery, and then from the surgery they had to put stents in, and then like it seems like boom 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 boom, like there was something that just came out of nowhere, but it happened one thing after another, and then before you knew it, he was gone. And he wants you to know that he's not gone. He's still here. That it's his body that failed him, and it's not that his body failed him, but
Yeah.
his soul completed the use of his own, of this body. He was done with his journey here in this world, and that it was time for him to move to the other side. And that's why things happen so quickly. And she said, yes, you are so right. Oh my gosh. Well, guess what? Carl is right. I'm getting chills because he's the one who's telling me this. Yep, yep. And he just wants you to know that everything happened for a reason. It wasn't too soon. It wasn't the wrong time. There was no, if, second guessing or doctor this or should I have known that. It was that his time here on earth was completed, and that's why things happen so quickly like that. I'm so sorry, Ruth, for your loss, but I do know, Ruth, you are psychic, and the signs that he is sending you, he's sending you because you can see them. He sees
Yeah.
your light. He can tell you are aware. You have this awareness, so trust that. And thank you for being here. Ruth has been with me from day one,
Day
from
one.
a long
Yeah.
time ago. And I really do appreciate all of your support, Ruth. You're so very kind. I've been through
Absolutely.
so many, and that new baby of hers, that new great grandchild of hers, I'm
Oh,
so
oh,
yeah, it's so
that's
sweet. Hmm.
nice.
Hmm. So thank you very much, Ruth. Um, so let's go with Thandika Damani, Damanov, Damani. Thandika, just say hello and let me know that you're still here. You're welcome, Ruth. All the
Yeah.
best to you.
Yes.
Aw, she said, I really enjoy you guys too. Aw, you're welcome.
Lovely. Fabulous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Tandika says hello. Okay.
All
Job
right.
next month.
And James Green, if you're still here, you'll be next. I keep forgetting to call out the next person, James.
That's all right.
Okay, so Thandika.
Maybe not necessarily next month. I think to put it out into the universe that you are grateful for a fabulous um, new job, a new company, a new atmosphere environment to work in. You're very glad that you have, some fabulous coworkers who love to share their knowledge, and you look forward to getting up every day to go into that place. When you approach it from that sense of positivity, it it will come to you a little quicker. So to kind of to put a timeline on something, we have to understand that time is a human construct, not a universal there is no time in the universe. It's something that we created as a measure. So it whether or not it happens by next month is, I think, going to depend a lot on how it is that you approach it. If you're concentrating on, oh I hope I get a job, I hope I get a job, the universe hears, oh, listen, she wants to hope, let's send her opportunities to hope. So if you shift your thinking, that with every resume that you send out, you say, this is a great environment. This sounds like an absolutely fabulous place for me to be. And I look forward to getting to know more about this company and so on. So it feels like there's a shift in your thinking. I get renewed passion. So that is your it feels like you've been looking for a while, and you might be letting some frustration kind of step in. Just know that everything happens exactly when it's supposed to, and always for your highest good. So what I'm getting more than anything else is the change in the perspective, the change in the energy of putting out. So to be positive and to live in that positivity, and I think it'll happen quicker.
I agree 100%, Marina. I do feel, Thandika, that perhaps it may be your thoughts that are preventing you from getting what you want, and it's because you feel that you're in a lacking position, but you're not. And like Marina says, be grateful for where you are, who you are, the skills that you have, and say, I am absolutely worthy of. Anybody would be so lucky to have me agree to be a permanent,
Yeah.
employee or partner or team member in their company, and and talk to yourself this way. It's
Mhm.
really important for you to know this about yourself. And it's not fibbing, and it's not telling you, it's only changing your limited beliefs. And it's easier to believe the more negative things than it is the more positive things. The more that you can say, I'm in this temporary position so that I know when that right job comes along, I will be confident and I will know I'm moving forward. And this is what's best for me right now, instead of saying,
Yes.
oh, I only have a temporary position. It's about how you look at it. It's about the energy that you surround it with,
Mhm.
whether it fills you up, whether it inspires you, or whether it holds you down. Energy is real, more and more and more. The way that we look at things, our energy that our thoughts create, matters about how we manifest in our lives. And because of the frequency and the energy that's changing on Earth right now, it really does make a huge difference. I do see you're very traditional. I do see that you like to play the straight and narrow, that maybe you have a degree and you're waiting for that degree. I mean, waiting for that, yeah, somebody to recognize you for that degree. um, and I think that's wonderful. I think that you ought to have a job because of this degree. However, it's more you that they're hiring. They're not hiring the degree. So it's not that I have this degree, I should get that job. You know, it's because you believe that you would be a wonderful team member in that
Yeah.
environment. You know what I mean? You need to bring the value. You can't have any value. It's not that you can't, but it, don't expect the outside to be the value. You need to bring the value. And I'm not saying that you're doing anything right or wrong. I'm just saying that once you do decide that this is for me, that this is just something that I believe, that not even believe, that I know, that I feel inside my
Mhm.
heart, that is already something that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for this job, that I'm valued and appreciated enough that it's permanent, and
Yeah.
just be grateful for it. And I do see that this is going to come up, maybe not next month, but maybe in about 6 weeks. But it's your determination. If you
Yeah.
decide today, well, guess what, Jean? I'm going to look in the mirror. I'm going to tell myself every single day that I'm grateful for where I am, and I'm grateful for everything that I've ever known. And I know I would be a wonderful asset. And you work at that every single day for the next 21 days. It may even happen sooner. It's up to you. We are the drivers, we are the creators in our own lives.
Yeah.
So remember that. I hope that helped, Tandika. She
Yes.
said, "Yes, I have been." So you think it's temporary for now? Um, I, it's not what I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Because that's what matters. You know, that's what matters. And yeah, that's what I. And it could be 2 weeks, it could be 4 weeks, could be 6 weeks, but it's
Yeah.
entirely up to you. That's what ultimately the point is.
Mhm.
So thank you very much. And I do
Yeah.
see that James is next. Hi,
Yeah.
Piero. James is next. And after James is Dora Romero. So, Dora, please say hello. I know that you're here. Okay. So, James. You're welcome, Tandika. All the best to you. And let
Yeah.
us know. Let us know. Give us
Yes.
come back to one of our shows and put it in the chat, or put a message below, a comment below any one of my shows, and let me know. Guess what? The permanent job came sooner than I expected. Just let us
Yes.
know.
Yeah. Oh, and Dora says she's here, and James is here. Perfect. Okay.
Okay. James says, may I have a reading from my guides, please? I love that icon that James has.
Mm-hmm. It's very nice. It's very nice. Okay.
Mm.
James, I'm getting that you you're taking yourself for granted. You're I get overworked and unappreciated. And I think that that has to do, well, let me tell you the other cards and then you'll see what I mean. I get comfort zone and reach out, help needed. So I think that kind of burning the candle at both ends. You're working hard, you want to get things done. And you're you're really pushing yourself much more than you need to. So, sometimes the best thing that we could do is to do nothing at all. Sometimes the best thing that we can do is just kind of sit back, reflect on things, contemplate, check in with ourselves, see how it is that we feel. If you're feeling tired, then take some time off. Take a break. You don't have to be, on the go trying to make things happen all the time. So I think that, yeah, what the spirit wants to let you know is that, yeah, you need to take a break. You need to rest. And once you do that, once you kind of sit in silence for a little while and get into that comfort zone of who you are, that's where you're going to see where it is that you can look for either a renewed passion or um, or something that is going to bring additional meaning to you. So yeah, and when you're doing that, when you're in that sort of contemplative state, if you find that you're trying to clean up a backyard that is huge, that is big, that has got a lot of things, you don't have to do it yourself. You can ask for help. You can ask family, you can ask friends, and hey, can you give me a hand with this? When you do that, when you ask others for help, it not only helps you, but it helps them, because you're allowing them to fulfill part of their mission down here, which is to be of service. So I hope that resonates with you.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Marina. So, James, what I was getting for you is that you're beginning something new. I do feel as though you're just on the precipice of beginning something new. I feel as though you uh, resonate with the astrological signs, the astrological lineup, and all of the planets leaving Pisces, moving into Aries, and having that be a new era. I feel as though this new era energy will be on your side. I do feel as though this is a chance or an opportunity for you to bring that idea that you've always thought about, that you never had uh, belief in, that you would be able to bring it to fruition. But this is your opportunity, and to look for a way that you can bring this thought, this idea that you've always had, into action, into the physical, into process. I do, into motion is what they want me to say. So I do, and I do feel as soon as you start doing this, as soon as you take this confidence in yourself and this idea that you've always had, and start taking action with this, that people, the money or the funding that you're looking for, that you think may not, will follow. It's almost like once you step one step on the path reveals itself, and it's just waiting for you to get out of your own way, to believe in yourself, to leave behind any of those doubts, and just say, whether I win or whether I fail, whichever way, I'm still going to give it my best shot and step forward and know that, um, it's through this trial, through this stepping outside of our comfort zone, that opportunities happen. And whether it's that idea that you have that you're working on to bring to fruition, whether that succeeds, or if you find that somebody else has the same or similar idea that you can collaborate with and do something like a third
Mhm.
opportunity. You just never know.
Yes.
It's an opportunity, it's a direction for you to take a step forward. And the biggest part of that is getting out of your own way and removing some of that doubt. So that's what I
Yes.
have for you, James Green. I hope that was helpful.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So thank you, James. I have Dora Romero. And after Dora is Sarah Hick. So, Sarah Hick, just say hello and you'll be next. Sarah.
Okay.
All right. Dora says, "Can I get a message from my guides?" Sorry, they're talking to me already.
Uh-huh. Okay. So there's something, there's a project or something that you're working on that you're really passionate about. It's really important to you, and it's it's like you're standing on the edge of the cliff, and you're ready to take that step and have faith that it's going to work out, but you're still a little hesitant. Go ahead and do that, because what's holding you back right now is believing that you're not worthy of the success that is going to come with this, that it's just a pipe dream. Things like that don't happen to people like me, and so on. So it does feel like a little bit of an emotional overwhelm, that this is something that you've put a lot of time and effort into, and you're looking to get something out of it. I also got uh, be open to receive, and success and celebrate. So um, yeah, be ready to step into what it is that you have been working on, and believe that it will be successful. And yes, it absolutely will be successful. And you are worthy of every good thing that comes to you. Right? Your good things are our birthright, and sometimes we forget that. We get caught up in the ego, and the daily messages that we keep telling ourselves, that this doesn't happen to me, this is, I'm too good for, or whatever it might be. So what I'm getting is that, yeah, give into that emotional overwhelm, take that leap of faith, and you'll be successful. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
it.
Marina. So, Dora, what I was getting for you is I do feel as though you are conflicted and living one foot in both worlds. You have one foot in the 3D world, the other foot is in the 5D world. Your head and your responsibilities are in the 3D world, and you are still going by the old systems because not because you have to, but because that is part of your life and part of your family. However, you also have a heart, and your heart is in the spiritual, in the creative, in knowing that we can do what it is that what our strongest desires are, that all of these things are possible. And it's not, and I do see that you're having a conflict between one or the other, And the choices that you see are not the choices. You're not loving your choices. You're like, do I have to keep doing this just to save face, just to get along with everybody else, when I know in my heart that that's not really me? And it's about your authenticity, being able to express yourself authentically, yet without offending others, and without it's not that you offend others, it's that without making others feel uncomfortable because of the light that you shine. And I do see that it's beneficial for you. It's almost like go along to get along. And and it's okay, it's okay. I do understand the frustration and the dichotomy, and the you feel like you're split in two sometimes, because like daytime it's all this, nighttime it's all that, and your heart is in that. Your heart is in the spiritual and in the possibilities and in the growth, but you have this other aspect of your life that you not committed to, but you have honored and respected for so long, that you don't want to upset the apple cart. Um, I feel as though I feel as though you may want to be gentle with yourself, give yourself a break, give yourself the benefit of the doubt, let yourself be uh, whatever is most comfortable for you at that time, and allow yourself to sort of I feel as though as you shine your light and as you find your joy, that things will tend to uh, change, or man, just they may not necessarily change. They may morph into
Mhm.
something a little bit different, and somebody will say something to you. You're like, "What? I didn't know you knew about that." And it's almost like they'll start joining you. Um, I do understand. So hopefully that makes sense for you. Um, when I meditate, I do tell them I'm open to receive. Good, good. Um, yeah, it's okay. It's okay to do both, Dora. Do you know what a muggle is? They're wanting me to say muggle. Do you know what a muggle is? And I do feel that things are going to change for you quickly. It's like keep doing the status
Yes.
quo. As she's saying, it's hard to choose, but I'm going to. Right, right.
Yes.
Um, and just keep on the steady path, and uh, keep an open mind, and things will change for you rapidly. A muggle is in Harry Potter. There was the wizard school, of all the wizards and witches, and they're all learning witchcraft. And the muggles are the ones that do not know anything about the wizard school, and they do not know anything about witchcraft. I'm not saying witchcraft, like,
Yeah.
spiritual and psychic. But so I do feel as though that is sort of your, and it's almost like it's a part of you that you don't want to give up, and you don't have to. That you really don't. You can do both, and it's about you just allowing for that. But you're doing great. You're doing really great. Aw. Sarah said I was gonna say Harry Potter. Yeah, that's where it came from. That's where I know it from anyway.
Yeah.
So very good. Thank you, Dora. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it was a little cryptic, but so Sarah is next, and after Sarah is Shirley Silver Fox. So Shirley, please say hello. And Sarah said, question for spirit. I've been feeling really out of balance, need guidance, feeling a move. Are you talking about a move in your residence? Because I'm getting something a little different. Hi,
Hmm.
Silky Steel. So, um, and Shirley Silver is here. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
So, Sarah, I'm just going to go with energy, not unless you tell us about a physical or a move of your residence. Okay. So she does say yes, residence and whole life change feeling, new chapters. Okay. Well, that's helpful. Thank you, Sarah.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
All right. Um, what I'm getting is increased intuition, that you're more and more your higher self is trying to talk to you and steer you into towards certain paths, and you kind of you get that gut feeling that you should do something, and you don't understand why you feel the need to trust that. So um, this this shift and what is happening, these changes, is yes, we are starting to pay more attention to the spiritual, to the things that make us happy, that are outside of what we normally define as something that would measure happiness, like the acquisition of wealth, the having a big house, having the latest model of vehicle and whatnot. We're recognizing that those things, they don't really have the value that we were told that we should assign to them. When you think about it, I mean, a house can burn in an hour. So how does that relate to your value as a human being, right? It's not in the house. It's what you bring into it. So I think that your um, your spiritual side is sort of coming on board. It's telling me that you need to treat yourself, that you need to um, pay attention to the things that are coming to you, to the areas that you're being guided into, and do some things on faith. Do some things, you're driving the car, and all of a sudden you get the thought that, okay, I'm going to turn right here, before the ego mind gets in there and tells you that no, 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 this is going to take you well out of your way, and you can't do anything if you turn right. Just do it. Just do it, and see what might happen if you do that. Right? You can go down for a little bit, and if there's nothing there, okay, fine, no problem. But what if all of a sudden you discover something new in that block that is going to have meaning for you, whether it has meaning for someone else? I also get challenges ahead. So there's, um, you're going to be tested a little bit in terms of having that faith and belief in the universe, that um, there are some things that are yours by birthright. You are a child of the universe. There are certain things that are there, and they belong to you simply because you are. So um, I think in terms of a physical move, I don't think that there's anything coming up over the next little while. I think that you have to um, deal with that spiritual enlightenment that is coming in. Explore it, play with it, see where it takes you, right? And it um, could be a lovely little journey that's ahead for you. So I hope that's helpful. Yeah.
Hmm. Beautiful, Marina. I love the way you said that.
Oh, thank you.
Um, yeah. So, Miss Sarah, Miss Sarah, Miss Sarah. I said this to a couple of people tonight, and I'm just going to say it because I think there's a little bit of a thread here, but it's important for you to step out of your own way and manage your expectations and go with the flow. Ease, go easy and go with the flow. There is nothing blocking you from moving forward other than the divine timing itself. And it's important for us to be grateful and appreciate where we are, what we're doing, how we're doing it, and give yourself a pat on the back for the what you've been through and what you've accomplished thus far.
Mhm.
And I do see that things are changing for a lot of people, and some of the Schumann resonance may feel cause people to feel a little ungrounded. And it's important for you to go back to the basics and maybe do some chakra balancing, maybe do some grounding yourself, maybe just allowing for the time to pass that is necessary. And it's, when we're in a flow, when we're in a flux, we sort of like things happen. And then when they don't, we're like, what's happening? Why isn't anything happening? Why can't I get anywhere? And it is about us being able to integrate all of those things that were happening. It's about us changing and absorbing the perspective and the awareness of what has just transpired and how that lesson has allowed us to evolve. And that who we are now, we're coming to the next point in our life with more wisdom, more awareness, more certainty, and not just from the seat of our pants. I do
Mhm.
feel as though things really have changed for you lately, and that you are, you, I do feel as though you may have, I don't know if I want to say this to you. How do I say this? Uh, so take it with a grain of salt. Like you've lost trust in yourself. It's like I used to be able to do this, or I used to be, and then when things don't work out, you're like, what happened to me? Why can't I trust anything anymore? And it's not that you've lost trust in yourself, is that it's things are changing. The old ways are not new anymore. They are just the old. And it's important for you to let go and start growing. And when we grow, we move into uncharted territories and unknown and uncertainty, and step outside of your comfort zone. The old ways and the old, methods just are not in your own energy, and allow for that time, for that wisdom to be absorbed, and for you to move forward with a new awareness. I do trust that you will find what it is that you're looking for. And I do see that you've done your work, and that um, it's hard because you're like, I've already done it all, Gene. I know it all. I've been there. I've learned my lessons. Why can't I have what I want when I want it? You can. Just be grateful for what it is that you do have. And I'm not saying that you're not grateful, but it's about the perspective and sort of sitting in that seat of who you are and moving from there. And it's very finite. It's very finite. But I hope that makes sense to you, Miss Sarah. And all the best to you. All the best to you. All right. So I said Shirley would be next. So I don't know if Sarah said anything. Oh, she said absolutely so relatable. Yep. Okay. Good. Good.
Yes.
Good. That may have been for you, Marina. And now she
Oh, that's
says,
all
love
right.
your reading.
Yes.
Love your readings. You're welcome, Sarah. All the best to you. Oh, she says, I feel like you and Spirit sit in the room and hear all my conversations. It was it was Spirit led, the information that came through me. I don't know you from Adam. All I know is
Exactly. Yeah.
what I
We're
feel to say.
messengers. That's all we Yeah.
Yep. Good, Sarah. Thank you very much for that validation. That was very sweet of you. So Shirley is next. And after Shirley, Ginger, are you still here? I tried typing your name. I didn't see your name. Maybe you might not be in the chat, but um, Ginger, are you still here? Please say hello. And Sagicorn Priestess, are you still here? Ginger and Sagicorn.
Yeah.
If you guys are here, just kindly say hello. So Shirley Silver Fox.
Perfect.
Ginger is here. Good. Ginger, you'll be next. I've been trying. Okay, so Shirley says, may I please know if they will find the mold in my new apartment? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this is so important to know.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I'm going to put you in the hot seat there, Marina.
Oh, that's all right. I I think that yes, they will be able to locate where the mold is. You're just going to have to keep on top of them, because it's what's happening is it's causing you a lot of brain fog and confusion, and things don't feel the way that they should. And when you're telling certain people about it, it's like they're not really willing to listen, or they're listening and going, oh yeah, oh totally, yeah, no, we'll definitely look into that. And then the minute you walk out, it's like, oh god. So you definitely be on top of them. Keep, as much as you can, keep um, a diary, if you will, of you know this today, this is how I felt today. This is, I had a headache, or I felt really good, or 4 years. That is way, way, way too long. That it might be time to kind of, maybe, go to the expense of getting in a home inspector, or something along those lines, because this has to do with the home and family, in terms of, yeah, this is where you live, this is the air that you breathe, this is, what the things that are happening to your body are as a result of the environment. I think that I get boundaries challenged. um, I think that you're probably dealing with people who, um, they would be much happier if, instead of complaining about it, you just moved. You just found another place to live. That's really not, unless they're willing to pay you to move and compensate you financially. That's not an option. But I think that you're going to have to keep on top of them, and yeah, you may have to bring in someone that is going to act as an advocate for you, and possibly even the other people that are in the building, because you're not going to be the only one into another flat in the same building. Temporarily move. Yeah, well, there's a reason for that temporary move. So yeah, I think it might be time to consult and bring in some professionals. So there you go.
Yeah. And Shirley, you said that the whole building is affected and it's behind the walls. It's not visible. I do
Yeah.
feel as though it's not even in water lines coming into the building. I feel it's in the disposal lines going out of the building. And it's around whatever um, like how they put, so the pipes don't freeze insulation is what I'm trying to
Yes.
say.
Yes.
When they put insulation around those pipes, that's where it is. And they can't see it, they can't find it, and it's there. And it permeates. And I
Yes.
do feel as though there is some sort of a mold detector. They have to have it. And not only that, but even like a dog that can smell mold. I mean, they will,
Yeah.
yes, yep. Oh, she said there's
Absolutely.
no insulation.
There's
Oh,
that there is something that is whether it's insulation or whatnot. There is something that has been
it's
taped.
around it.
Yeah, and it's yeah in there.
It's around it.
Yeah.
And I feel as though it's the outgoing piping that where the leak is, and or it's leaking down, and it's something that is coming up. So they obviously it's a flaw in the building. Obviously, it's a flaw in the I don't
Mhm.
know what the place where they get things officially passed. What is it called? Where you have to get things passed.
Right,
Inspection.
in
It's a
inspection. Yeah.
flaw in the inspection. The inspector didn't catch it, and they don't want to catch it. They don't want to own up to it. But
Yes.
it, like I said, and Marina said, if you have to get yourself out of there, you have to get yourself out of there. But I would call like uh, the local TV or a
Hmm.
local advocate or your local senator, or not senator, but like a county person,
Yeah.
council
Counselor. Yeah.
person or something. Get somebody else involved. And I know that you said there's a lot of people involved, and that you have that she said going through the council, environmental, and the landlord. It's there.
Yes.
So, and it's good on you for caring so much and holding it. Oh,
Hmm.
she said her stepdad was an architectural supervisor for the council and they kept ignoring you. Well, it's don't take it personally. They just don't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
It's not you.
Yeah.
It's that they don't put any value on it. So it's about how loud you can be, but if you can get,
Yeah.
some sort of a public
Hmm.
outcrying, or I don't know. Something where that will help them to notice. And look, Scott Scorpio Santoro is here. Hey Scott, you're
Hey,
so
Scott.
sweet. Nice to see you. If anybody doesn't already belong over to Scott, please do go on over and check him out. He's got wonderful, wonderful
Yes, he
shows,
does.
and lots of collaborations that guy does. He's amazing.
Yes.
And while I'm at it, please, everybody who is not already subscribed to Marina's channel, it is Heart Center Tarot. Please do go on over and like, share, and subscribe to Marina's channel. She
Thank
is
you.
over here and sharing her lovely gifts and her readings and her wisdom here with us today, and we want to thank her for it. So please make
Aw,
sure you
thank
do
you.
go on over and share the love for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All the best to you, Shirley. I saw that and I'm like, I've got to get that. So, and
Yes.
Ginger is here, and then after Ginger is
Yes.
Sagicorn.
Yes.
So these are quick ones. Should I fly to New York in April? Will it be safe? Oh, God love you. Can you just tell me where you're flying from? And not that that makes any difference, but just so that we have all the information. You're welcome, Shirley. Let us know. Let us know how
Yes.
you come up.
Hmm.
Go ahead, Marina.
Um, I think that yeah, you'll be okay to fly, but I suspect that whoever you're from from Atlanta to New York. Don't be surprised if someone comes up with another way to get there. So, if someone approaches you and says, "Hey, you know what? I just heard that Amtrak is having a sale, and rather than fly out, we can see the country and whatnot." It feels like there's I get new beginnings, something new that comes in that it feels a lot better to you. It makes a lot more sense to you to do it a different way. So, um, I think that ultimately the question is, are you going to get to New York? Yes, you will. You will get to New York in April. It's just the mode of transportation might change a little bit. So there, that's what I'm getting.
Wonderful. Thank you. Yes, Ginger, I was using my pendulum, and it did say yes, it would be safe, and yes, that you will be able to fly. And not that there's not going to be obstacles on your way or obstacles
Yes.
once you arrive. It's not without obstacles, but you will be safe and you will be able to complete your journey. So that's what I have. I hope that makes sense. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't worry about. I don't see any red flags on the safety
Yeah.
issue. I do see some, you know, uh, uncomfortable truths and situations that you may have to be aware of, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And it's important for us to keep going, keep doing what we're doing, keep flying, don't not do it.
Yeah.
And you never know, things change every day. So
Absolutely.
keep your plans there, Miss Ginger, and please don't worry. Have fun. Enjoy yourself.
Yes.
Yeah. And she said, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So Sagicorn Princess is here. And she says, what would spirit guides like me to be aware of? Okay, very good. Sagicorn. Sagicorn. Did you have a different question? Oh, thank you, Ginger, for that super sticker. That was so very kind. Thank you very much.
Very
I
generous.
appreciate
Yes.
that.
um,
Sagicorn. I just want to make sure that is your question, but we're going to go with it.
okay. All right. Um, ooh. Well, I had big news that literally jumped out of the deck. So, what do they want you to be aware of? There's something on the horizon that is going to come in. um, Something that is going to come in that is very, very unexpected. I also got unexpected expense and improved situation. So it almost feels like it's like you have an opportunity to move on short notice. It's a little more expensive than what you're used to, and you may have to put out some extra cash right now, but you're much happier when you get to where it is that you're going. So I think that if nothing else, I think that what they're trying to tell you is, there's be open to change. Be open to whatever comes your way. Don't just automatically say, oh, no, 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 that's not going to work for me. Take a look at it. See if things are going to be better if you make that move, or if you take that new job, or whatever it might be. But yeah, get ready for some change. That's what I got.
Wonderful. Thank you, Marina. And you know what? I don't, I think it was my spirit guides that were telling me that she may have had a different question, but I didn't see it. And now,
Mm.
but she is saying that her son passed in June, and she was curious if he becomes one of your spirit guides. And it's not always the case, but they do watch over us. And
Mm.
your son is part of your soul group, your spirit family, and will be there for you and will be connected to you for now and for always. Um, and so I'm just going to use my pendulum here. And I'm going to say, son of Sagicorn princess, and he's saying, I'm here, mom, I'm here, I'm always with you, mom. And he's saying, if you want him to be, he's saying he holds you at very high esteem. He said, how can I be your spirit guide when you guided me my whole life? He's saying that he's humbled by your, just by your light, by your love. He's humbled by your love. And he says he will do what he can and arrange what he can to be available to you. But he is not, a spiritual guide for you. He's saying that you were a spiritual guide to him. And he's saying that that doesn't, he said, because he's on the other side and he has an awareness, he'll be able to help you. But you are on your spiritual path, and he wants you have your spirit guides that are very strong and have helped you through life. And he wants you to know that that is the guidance that is in your best interest. I don't know why he's saying all this, but he wants you to know that he's your son, and he is the he loves you unconditionally now and forever. And he wants you to know, thanks, Mom. Thanks for thinking of me. He said, you always had high hopes for me, and like
Yeah.
lots of faith in me. And he's saying that he wouldn't have been able, he enjoyed life. Life was so much richer because of the way you saw him, and the faith and the joy that you reflected back to him in his life.
Mhm.
And he sees that now. He definitely sees that now. So I hope that was helpful for you, Miss Sagicorn Princess.
Yes.
And it's not that he's not. He's there to help you. If you want to talk to him and ask him and rely on him, he said he'll be able to sort of liaison. He'll be the liaison. He'll get the information that you need and be the liaison for you if you prefer. But
Yeah.
but you have he just doesn't want you to sell yourself short. So I don't know. I don't see Sag. Yeah. So let me know if any of that made sense to you, Sagicorn.
Yeah.
I know. And MZJ May said she lost her son as well. I know. I know. And sometimes when people ask a question, the answer is, or the guidance is for more than one person in the chat. And it's not only just for one person, but it could be for many people, whether you're here in the chat live or watching later and you're like, whoa, that reminds me of me and my son, you know?
Mhm.
It definitely is. She said that sounds like a term he would use.
There you go. There
Aw,
you go. Ah,
wow,
fabulous.
wow.
Fabulous. Well, I do need to go. I still have to make supper.
Yes, thank you so very much, Marina. It has been such a joy reading
Oh,
together. I've really enjoyed having you. Thank you again,
me
everybody.
too.
Thank you to all the moderators, all of the members, and everybody that's here now and watching later. We really appreciate you, and we'll see
Absolutely.
you again really soon. All right?
Absolutely. We'll do this again. Thank you, Jean.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.